Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xatheria. I'm your host, Sheila, and today we are going to delve into the magical world of the pentagram. We are going to get into the magical frequencies that create this beautiful shape. First and foremost, I would like to start with the premise that shape and geometry have the power to create subtle reactions in the quantum, nuclear, electric, and magnetic fields. Dan Davidson, author of Shape Power, discusses this phenomenon in depth. One of his most basic experiments involving the proof that whenever lines intersect, it generates a magnetic field. He does an experiment where he takes a styrofoam ball and sticks chopsticks into it, intersecting rods into a point. Then he checks the magnetic field with a Gauss meter and demonstrates that there are subtle shifts in the magnetic field. This shows us the importance of shape and geometry to mold the ether. To understand more about his experiments, I highly recommend picking up his book, Shape Power. Geometry is a bridge from the atomic, quantum, and elemental levels of reality to the cosmic and planetary. Geometry is a binding agent. It is a universal language of the cosmos. Sacred sonic geometry literally entrains us to the blueprints of quantum creation. These are etheric flow circuits, and each one entrains us to a particular type of elemental dimensional energy that we need as nutrients to balance our fields. As above, so below. The symbolism of a pentagram has been revered throughout many ancient cultures throughout millennia. Many people regard the pentagram as a symbol of protection and a symbol of the perfect harmonious synergy of the five elements: earth, water, air, fire, and ether or spirit. To some, it represents the connection between the physical and spiritual realms. It's often used to either invoke or banish energies. You could also think of it as a transmitting and receiving device, sort of like a radio antenna. The energy you imprint into it and send out through your focused thoughts, actions, words, habits will generate a cocktail of oxidized hormonal emissions into your plasma field and magnetize back more of them. So cultivate your field well. So the upright configuration represents the spirit realm being regarded as having reign over the physical. The inverted pentagram is typically associated with evil and the reversing of the natural order, and is often used in black magic. However, many argue it's not about the geometrical form itself, it's all about the intention of the person using it. All geometries are inherently neutral and can be imprinted with a intent. Another type of use for the inverted pentagram is the association of grounding spiritual energy into a form or manifesting in the material world, or spirit descending into matter. What matters with any intent or projection of one's will into the collective field is that the clause is infused for the good of all and the harm of none. If one attempts to manifest with an intent to harm, there will always be karmic repercussions. In the pentagram, the golden ratio is embedded into the shape. Every time a line in the pentagram is divided by another intersecting line, the proportions between the whole line, the longer line, and the shorter line will always follow this beautiful 1 to 1.618 ratio, creating a pattern of balance and harmony. The pentagram has appeared in many ancient cultures, religions, and occult groups throughout history. In ancient Mesopotamia, they observed that the symbol represented the path of the planet Venus in the sky and connected it to the goddess Ishtar, who symbolized love, fertility, and war. In ancient Egypt, we also see the pentagram in many hieroglyphic texts and tombs, and they also use it as a protection symbol and as a connection between life and death. We see the pentagram used in ancient Greece with the mathematician Pythagoras and his followers revering the pentagram deeply. It was a symbol of health, harmony, and the perfection of the human body. The pentagram has been used from ancient times to modern day spiritual and occult groups. It always holds its core meaning of protection and balancing of the elemental forces to focus one's spiritual power and connect their physical form to divine forces. Now we're going to discuss the magical frequencies that generate this shape. We'll pull up a chart comparing it to the shape we unfolded last week, which is the six-pointed seed of light. So here we can see a chart, and on the left side we see the pentagram, the five-pointed star, or the five-petal flower can all be created in the oscilloscope with the ratio of 3/2, which is considered the perfect fifth. For example, if you take any number like 128 and you multiply it by 3/2, which is 1.5, you get the second number, 192. In the hexagram on the right column, this geometry is generated in the oscilloscope with the ratio 5:1. So this is called a fifth harmonic. Anytime you multiply one number by another number, that would be the harmonic of the second number. So if you take any number like 128 and you multiply it by 5, then you get the second number, 640, and that is what generates the six-petal flower or hexagram. We can also see the pentagram in many different crop circles, as you can see here. So now we're going to go into Ableton and we're going to take a look at how you generate this geometry. All right, so first we're going to bring in 128 hertz, and then we're going to bring in the sine tone 192 hertz. So take this opportunity as a moment to go inward and think about a manifestation you are trying to ground into physical form, and focus on that manifestation already being manifested on the physical plane. Here we go. Thank you everyone so much for joining me this week on Xaetheria. I hope to see you again. And until next time, think about that pentagram next time you want to manifest something in the physical. Alrighty, take care.